The sun is setting on the busy streets of the city. Maya, a kind-hearted but struggling young woman, is carrying a tray of coffee cups as she walks toward her next table. Her worn shoes scuff against the pavement, and her apron is stained with the remnants of the day's work. It's a humble life, but she is content. She's learned to smile through the struggles, to work hard, and to keep going. As she weaves through the crowd of bustling people, a sudden jolt causes her to lose balance. The tray of coffee wobbles and tips. Maya gasps and quickly steps back, trying to prevent the mess, but it's too late. The cups spill, staining her uniform and the street beneath her. Her heart sinks as she looks up to apologize to the stranger who bumped into her. She freezes. Standing in front of her is none other than Ethan, the boy she once had a secret crush on when they were children. The boy she shared moments with by the lake, the one who left without saying goodbye all those years ago. Now he's tall, confident, and exudes an air of sophistication. He's wearing a tailored suit, his hair styled just right, and his piercing blue eyes seem to lock onto hers, a flicker of recognition in them. She stumbles over her words, unsure if she's imagining things. Ethan, too, looks at her with a mix of surprise and awe. It's clear neither of them expected this reunion. After the coffee mishap, Ethan insists on buying Maya a fresh cup, and they find a quiet cafe to sit down. It's a cozy little spot, filled with the rich scent of freshly brewed coffee. Maya feels out of place, her waitress uniform contrasting sharply with Ethan's polished appearance. She hesitates for a moment, unsure of what to say, but Ethan's warm smile puts her at ease. As they sit across from each other, the conversation naturally shifts to their childhood. They reminisce about the days spent playing by the lake, talking about their dreams and fears. It feels like no time has passed. Maya can't help but feel a spark reignite in her heart. She's been carrying a piece of that childhood love all these years, never letting go of the idea that one day they might meet again. As they talk, Ethan's eyes never leave hers, his gaze soft and affectionate. Maya is acutely aware of how much he's changed, how much more he seems to have become in the years apart. But the warmth between them is undeniable. She can't help but feel like the pieces of their past are slowly falling into place. It's late in the evening now, and the cafe is quieter. Maya sits with her coffee, lost in thought as she stirs it absent-mindedly. Ethan, however, seems deep in thought, his expression more serious than before. After a few moments of silence, he finally speaks. His voice is quieter, more intimate. "Maya," he says, "there's something I never told you. The real reason I left, it wasn't because I wanted to. My family, they needed me. I had to take over the business. I was expected to be the man they wanted me to be." Maya looks at him, surprised by the vulnerability in his voice. She's always known Ethan as the carefree boy with big dreams, the one who could make her laugh with just a glance. But now, sitting in front of her, he seems more burdened, as though the weight of expectations is pressing down on him. Ethan reaches across the table, gently taking her hand in his. "I'm sorry I disappeared, Maya. I never wanted to hurt you. But I couldn't live the life I wanted. I didn't know how to reconcile it. And then, all of a sudden, time passed. I missed you more than I can say." Maya feels her heart race, but she's unsure how to respond. Part of her is still angry, hurt by his sudden disappearance all those years ago. But another part of her understands. She can see the pain in his eyes, and that part of her, the part that never really let go of him, softens. As the days pass, Maya can't stop thinking about Ethan. He's everywhere, in her thoughts, in her dreams. He reaches out, wanting to see her again, wanting to talk more. This time, however, he invites her to a place she never expected. Ethan drives her to a towering luxury building, and Maya is in awe as they enter a lavish penthouse apartment. The walls are adorned with modern art, the furniture sleek and expensive. Maya's heart skips a beat. She's out of her element here, and she can feel the tension creeping in. This world is so far from her own. Ethan notices her discomfort and gently guides her to the plush sofa. "I know this might be overwhelming," he says softly, "but I wanted you to know the truth. I'm not just some guy who disappeared. I'm the heir to one of the largest business empires in the country. My family, they expect me to take over everything. I didn't want that life, but I never had a choice. I wanted to tell you before we got any further. Maya stares at him, stunned. She never imagined this. Ethan, the boy she once knew, is now part of a world that seems so far out of her reach. She tries to wrap her mind around it, but it feels like a different person standing in front of her. Maya spends the next few days in a daze, trying to make sense of everything. The man she's always loved, the boy she once shared her heart with, is now someone she can't even fathom. His world of wealth, power, and expectations feels so far removed from her reality. As much as she wants to believe that their love is still there, she's unsure. She's just a waitress. He's a millionaire. One evening, she finally meets him again. Ethan looks at her with concern. Maya, what's going on? I can see it in your eyes. You're pulling away from me. What happened? Maya hesitates, struggling with her emotions. Ethan, I don't know how to fit into your world. I'm nothing like the women you're supposed to be with. You deserve someone who can be a part of all this. Someone who fits in with your life. Ethan's face softens, and he moves closer. I don't want someone like that. I want you, Maya. I've never wanted anyone else. It's late afternoon, and they're sitting on a bench in a secluded park, the fading sunlight casting long shadows on the ground. Maya is still unsure, her heart torn. But as Ethan speaks, she feels the walls inside her slowly crumble. His words, his sincerity, everything about him tells her that he's not the same person he was all those years ago. He's no longer the carefree boy who ran away. He's the man who wants to make up for lost time. In that moment, everything else fades away. The doubts, the insecurities. Maya looks into his eyes, and it's as if the universe itself stands still. Ethan leans forward, and she doesn't pull away. Their lips meet, soft at first, then more insistent, as though they both need this more than they realized. The world around them disappears, and for that moment, nothing else matters. Maya and Ethan's relationship blossoms, but not without challenges. The world Ethan is a part of is one of scrutiny and expectations. Maya is constantly under the watchful eye of his family and business associates. The tension between her humble life and his wealthy one becomes more apparent, and she struggles with the idea of fitting in. One evening, at a family event, Maya is made to feel like an outsider. The comments, the cold stares, they all begin to take a toll. Ethan notices her discomfort and pulls her aside, demanding that she be treated with respect. As the pressure from both their worlds intensifies, Maya makes a decision. She realizes that she doesn't need to fit into his world. She needs to carve out her own place in it. She confronts Ethan, telling him she needs space to figure out where she belongs. Ethan, though heartbroken, understands. He promises her that no matter what, he'll be there when she's ready. Months pass, and Maya works tirelessly to build her own business, her confidence growing with each passing day. Ethan never stops supporting her, checking in and cheering her on. Finally, Maya reaches out, ready to give love a second chance. Ethan plans a surprise for Maya, orchestrating a romantic evening that brings them back to where it all began. Surrounded by friends, family, and the love they've both fought for, Maya and Ethan reaffirm their commitment to each other, knowing that love transcends wealth, status, and expectations.